From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We've got scattered showers around mid-Michigan this afternoon, even a threat for a thunderstorm, but no severe weather is anticipated. Rain showers will begin to come to an end over the next couple of hours, but the storm system is still to our south, so that will keep the chance for rain going even as we head into tomorrow and Thursday as well. Temperatures currently 71 Flint, Grand Rapids 73, mid-60s from Lansing south through Jackson, as well as Coldwater 71 degrees in Adrian. And no doubt we'll see a few showers this evening, the threat for a few showers and storms as we head into tomorrow, but then we've got to watch out as a chance for thunderstorms will begin to grow, especially as we head into Thursday. We're looking at a level 2 risk across mid-Michigan for some strong to severe storms. We'll talk more about that coming up. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
The investigation continues tonight into the death of an infant on the south side of Lansing. It's our top story at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Jorma will be back tonight at 11. The baby died on the 200 block of Dunlap Street yesterday morning. Tonight, there are still plenty of unanswered questions. Zach Priest spoke with neighbors today. He's here for you now with their reaction. And Zach, some are pretty upset.
Yes, Siobhan, they certainly are, and as of now, police say that no arrests have been made in this case. But we do know that yesterday a crime scene investigation team returned to the home and they had a warrant. I spoke to neighbors nearby who say they were shocked and sad.
I'm a single dad with 3 kids. I need to do what I can to make sure that not just my kids are safe, but that all kids are safe. But here, what do you do when you don't know that there's a problem?
That's the voice of a man from the neighborhood who says he's fed up. He says he fears for his own children's safety.
I feel like this is no longer a safe area to live. So I myself am looking at moving, with my kids for their own safety. Lansing, it needs to do better.
Police now say they believe 2 adults and the deceased infant were staying in the home's detached garage. The gender and exact age of the infant have still not yet been released. Another woman who lives down the street with an infant of her own says she can't imagine raising a baby in a garage.
I don't know what to think about it because it's very hard. Like, if it wasn't for my grandparents, I would be on the street with my baby, and I can't imagine living somewhere that I'm not supposed to be living with a baby.
She says yesterday's events left her shaken up and unsure of the future.
Oh yes, I was traumatized last night. I didn't see the baby, but just knowing that a baby died down the street, that really hit close to home. We are looking to move too because this neighborhood ain't safe.
And she too said that this was the last straw for her in a series of events, leaving her wanting out of the area. This tragic situation has left the community shaken, and as emotions run high, we'll keep you guys updated as soon as updates are available. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Zach. A Lansing man has been found dead in Tennessee, and tonight police there are calling it suspicious. An employee of a towing company found the man's body last week Thursday on a sleeping mat in the back of his locked Hummer. Police have identified him as 63-year-old Bill Hilzebeck. Officials say the vehicle was found and presumed abandoned in the parking lot of a Walmart nearly a month earlier. But the odor and flies around the Hummer led the towing company to discover the body inside. An autopsy has been ordered to learn more about the man's death. In this update, people living at a mostly empty mobile home park in DeWitt Township say a company is tearing down vacant homes in the lot without a permit. But the owner of that company says that's not exactly what they were doing. Our Taryn Simmons has been following developments at this mobile home community since March. She's here for you tonight with the latest.
On Thursday, people living at Crestana Mobile Park Homes say a group of men began tearing apart 4 of the homes here, including the one right behind me, without a permit to do so. And they also say that this same house is a health hazard, filled with black mold.
They started literally ripping the aluminum cladding off the outside of the trailer.
Tore stuff up on the trailer up by the roads.
And doing it without a permit. When they know they're in violation of laws.
Many people say a team of men with Capital Mobile Homes started demolishing the vacant homes last week. But the owner, Mike Ranke of the company, says that's not what they did.
We did not tear any homes down or start any demo. We opened up one of the trailers to get samples for lead and asbestos testing, which then gets submitted with a demo permit.
Ranke says the township was aware of their testing process.
Communication with them, and they knew that there was no demoing going on, so therefore we did not need a permit.
Ranke claims that they didn't need a permit to get their samples, but he admits his workers went a bit overboard.
My guys went a little bit farther than I said. They cease and desist. The township guy gave me a call and said, hey, I'm going to do this. You know, we got to follow the legality ends. I said, no, I totally understand.
A resident of the park says one of the homes that was torn into is a health hazard.
It's riddled with black mold, and the individuals that were working on it, they did not have any OSHA-approved personal protective equipment.
Ranke responded by saying there is no black mold in the home. Here for you in DeWitt Township, Terrence Simmons, 6 News.
And the mobile home community has not been licensed to operate in the state of Michigan since 2023 and closed last month. The owner has asked the remaining residents to leave, even offered incentives to do so, but so far they have refused. You can find more on this story on our website, WLNS.com. The Oxford High School shooting happened more than 3 years ago, but it is still fresh in the minds of state lawmakers who want to prevent a similar tragedy from happening again. Our Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic is here for you tonight with the latest debate over school safety in Lansing.
Almost 4 years after the loss of lives at Oxford High School, state lawmakers argue there is still more work to be done to prevent more school shootings in Michigan. And they are debating a 9-bill package which would help the schools to beef up their defense should another mass shooter appear. This former police officer and school resource officer turned state lawmaker from Clarkston wants the Michigan State Police to conduct mandatory training for local schools on what to do if history repeats itself.
Rep. Pavlov has a bill that requires the Michigan State Police to provide uniform, comprehensive school safety training for school resource officers and all staff at Michigan schools.
The defense for schools also includes beefing up the OK to Say state hotline where anybody can phone in a possible threat. And more lockdown drills are part of the package.
We're taking one drill away from the current requirements for fire drills, moving that over to the lockdown side of the drill package, and requires at least one of the lockdown drills being done during lunch, recess, or school assemblies, and at least one lockdown drill while students are in between classes.
But how extensive will the drills be? Will there be fake shooters in the hallways? Representative Harris says that depends on each school on how far they want to go.
It's not all about active shooters. Sometimes it's how to prepare for a hazmat situation in a school. Sometimes there are role-playing type events, right? Other times it's just how do we secure the doors? How do we secure the building? Where should we stand in the classroom? It's not all about bringing in role players. But a good portion of this is how do we react during, passing time in classes, especially in secondary schools.
State lawmakers are more than eager to debate these defensive measures and fund them, but not so much on the pro-gun safety groups pushing hard for an offensive effort to keep weapons out of the hands of mass shooters. This Oakland County senator confesses just before the last election. The votes aren't there for that.
Is it being talked about? Are votes being gathered?
No, it won't. None of that kind of thing will happen in an election year. I actually have the assault weapons bill, the ban. It's one of my stocks. We may be able to talk about that next year.
The post-Oxford defensive measures expected to pass soon. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Clouds and rain showers are the theme for the next few days. Into the weekend, things will improve and we can get back to getting outdoors, enjoying some time, and taking some fantastic shots like this. Check out our Picks on 6 winners. Sean has sent us a few pictures over the past year or so, and they are always really good. And this is no exception today. This is a postcard for sure with some beautiful sun going down, sunset on the horizon. Just absolutely gorgeous. To have your picture submitted for our Picks on 6 winner, just head to WLNS.com/share and upload your photographs. Love to see lots more. Our severe weather outlook: no threat of severe storms out there for today or for tomorrow, but the chance for thunderstorms in general does go up a little bit. It's Thursday, we got to watch out for with a level 3 risk to our west. Across mid-Michigan, it's a level 2 risk, and I do expect storms to be weakening as they move in, but they still may be strong enough for some large hail damaging winds and even isolated tornadoes. And tornado threat especially higher the further west you go. As we zoom in a bit, our Doppler radar pretty active with scattered showers across mid-Michigan this afternoon. Precision cast gets rid of most of the rain showers tonight, and we'll have cloud cover again tomorrow morning. Again, a bit of a muggy start. Temperatures tomorrow in the mid-70s. We'll have the threat for some afternoon showers or possible thunderstorms. But it's with our cold front and upper level system swinging in from the west on Thursday, which will increase our severe weather threat. During the daylight hours, things are just fine. We're talking after 6 o'clock, probably after 7 or 8, before some storms begin to roll through. Prime time is going to be around 7 or 8 in the evening till around maybe midnight, 1 in the morning. Then storms will rapidly advance east. And by Friday morning, we'll see improving conditions, but it will be breezy all day Thursday. And Thursday night, a few of those showers to our west will likely move overhead with additional rainfall late Friday into very early Saturday morning. Temperatures currently are sitting in the 60s and 70s, a little on the muggy side, 71 in St. John's and Owasso, upper 60s for Ionia, mid to upper 60s to the south. On the Skyview network, our McLaren cam, current temperature at 68, today's high 73 degrees, morning low down to 63. In Grand Ledge, still lots of clouds around, temperatures at 67 degrees. We're up to 1,207 inch of rainfall today, so nothing too terribly heavy. Similar in Jackson, little more in the way of rain, but not much, 1,507 inch or 1,600s now. 67 was our high and 66 is our current temperature. Finally in Hillsdale, we've had a mix of clouds and sunshine today. Temperatures up to 70, 407 inch of rain, and our wind gusts only 14 miles per hour. Here's the forecast for tonight. 61 is your low temperature with cloudy skies as we get rid of the evening showers. More afternoon showers and storms tomorrow with high temperatures climbing into the mid-70s by 5 o'clock. The 6-day forecast on Thursday, chance of evening showers and storms. Clears out on Friday, but Friday night, a little more rain. Weekends breezy but cool, highs in the 60s, even cooler next week with more rain showers Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Highs only in the mid-60s, so that'll feel kind of chilly.
It will, but we are watching Thursday, David, right?
Got to keep a close eye, especially after sunset Thursday night.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Well, coming up, state lawmakers have gathered